Good morning, traders. Welcome to Flow with the Markets Tuesdays, volume 177. Iliya here, and as you know, in this video, we just take it from where we left it on Saturday and have an update to see what happened on Monday, because usually, as you know, Monday opens in a very strange manner, and what we forecast on Saturday and Sunday, the majority of the times, it just does not play out, right? And we're going to have an update. I'm going to update you on the price action. I'm going to update you if there are any intraday opportunities, and then we're going to take it from there. I'm getting ready for the streaming, right? So we had to get some software, some other little things as well. I'm going to have a test run this week probably with my community, and then from next week we can do those sessions live. I do imagine just making this analysis live, right? While you are in the chat, maybe asking questions, sharing feedback, and then we can spend around like 45 minutes just chatting. Maybe you can ask me to have a look at any other charts that you're looking, to have an opportunity that you're looking. So to keep it a bit more interactive. So let me know how this one sounds, right? So without further ado, you know, I keep it very fresh. So let's get into it, but let's try to first roll the intro. All right, so hopefully that went through. Let's see. So we're again starting from the Dixie, right? We can see that we had a massive drop to the downside, and then I was expecting some sort of a pullback, but you can see the market just opened, right? And just massively started, well, not massively, but it just started going down and down and down and down. So again, this is kind of, it's not invalid, but it's not relevant anymore. So what we can do right now is zoom in. So what we overall forecasted, I also did this analysis kind of yesterday with the community. As we saw, the market was kind of going down a little bit. Then we asked the question, okay, where is it potentially gonna go next, right? Where is it potentially gonna seek to go? Well, it was this low, right? And pretty much we took out this low very nicely, and after the liquidity has been taken below this low, we're tapping inside this very big weekly / daily demand zone that we spotted in the weekly outlook and setups. And right now we're initiating a little bit of a pullback, right? So what is very important to note right now is that we have this little supply zone, but this is not major 4-hourly structure, right? This is just like a base candle that is not even a pullback candle, and then we just continue going lower, right? So what is tricky is that currently this is still our major high. However, right now we are making a valid pullback. You can see we currently have around 12 hours of pullback, right? So this is what all we need in order to form a major structure. So eventually, I hope to see the market go down to make a new lower low. And then, of course, our major structure is going to get this right there. So this is already thinking ahead of time. So right now, this is a supply zone that we can reach, but not like it's not required. And if we jump on the 15-minute time frame, this is exactly the forecast I had right now. So if you actually see, this is the major supply zone, right? That is part of this push. And all of this right there is just internal, right? You don't trade this, right? All you do is wait for this zone to tap. It tapped right here, right? Then the Asian session started to form. It didn't do as much, and right now came in and took out the Asian high, right? And it's starting to reject immediately, okay? So what I'm going to be looking for right now is pretty much to hopefully go short on the Dixie in order to just keep staying with that bearish trend, right? Yesterday we tried to short euro, which was super bullish, and we got a stop loss, right? The setup was there, but again, when you trade against the 4-hourly trend, you are most of the times gonna lose. So what you could do right here is, if you're looking for a little bit more confirmation, you can look for a structure break of this right there, or even a structure break of this if you're like looking for more confirmation and then a retest. Or if you're more aggressive right now, well, this is the Dixie, we don't trade it, you can already be like on the 1 minute and having a look that the market broke this structure, and right now it's potentially going to break below this one, then retest, and then you can potentially start going down. Liquidity has been taken. Liquidity is very important, and you can see we have a double top right there paired with the Asian high, right? This looks like a face, right? So I do think it is ready to go short, but again, we never know. So let's keep our mind open, right? It's bearish so far, but also there is a little debate we can have, is that there is a breakout structure here as well. If you actually look carefully, then it has a break up, break down, break up, down, right? So now right now we broke up. So technically right now the market could also be bullish, right, with this break structure up. So we should definitely actually be looking for a break of this or of this, a retest, and then a continuation. So that to me will be the perfect setup. But as I said, you can be a bit more aggressive and already start shorting. So let's see, this does look like a strong supply zone, but first I would really want to see a little bit of momentum down, then hopefully to throw a little bit of a retest and then to potentially go and target the new lower low. So that is my outlook for the Dixie. I am bearish, and hopefully I would love, well, again, it's not about what I love, but I would forecast a potentially a new lower low to be taken below this low. So then we can actually form a nicer range, right? And then from there, are we going to break above it in reverse, or are we just going to continue going lower? I don't care, because right now we're trading kind of in this range and it's not great, right? If we start waiting for a pullback, or if we even start waiting for a full hourly reversal, if the market starts doing this, right, then technically we are still going to be trading within this range, right? And all of this is going to be internal. So we don't want to be trading this. So let's really hope the market is going to make a new lower low, oops, and then potentially break structure and then to start moving nicely. So that's the Dixie. We're going to return to it shortly. Euro USD, again, as expected, which time frame was bullish? Was it the daily? Yes, the daily was kind of bullish, right? We were coming in from that weekly base candle, right? We tapped inside it and look at this, right? So yesterday, Monday, boom, went in and took out the major high right there as we forecasted. Unfortunately, it did not provide a long setup to my plan, right? And it actually provided a short. Right, so we tried to short it right there as it gave some signs. We thought, okay, it could give us like a high, then it could give us a little bit of a pullback, right, in order to then go long. But unfortunately, we took the short and it was a stop loss. So currently, we took out this major high. So right now we have more probability and a little bit more certainty. Well, nothing is certain, but we have a little bit more probability that the market could potentially make a little bit of a pullback before pushing higher. Because once again, we are still trading within this range and it's rather big. We have this little base candle right there that can act as demand zone. But again, this is not major structure. This is just a base candle, right? And this base candle responded from this supply on the left, responded and then broke. So this is a rally-based rally type of demand, which is pretty strong. So definitely I would be looking to trade from here if it comes in, right? But I would also be zooming in right now to see what is happening. So if you zoom in, you can see that I'm just going to take it with a brush. We had a breakout structure here. We had a reversal down there, breakout structure down. One of my team members took a short from here yesterday, a little bit late. It actually played out very nicely. Breakdown. So we have breakdown, break up, breakdown, break up right there. Then the market responded from this demand. Then we went up and we broke this structure. And then if you ask the question, what is the structure? What is the structure that, well, we ask in a different way, what is the valid range that caused the last breakout structure, right? So in this case, that was the last breakout structure. And to me, this was the last range that caused the trend change. So this is where I actually shifted to shorts. Then we had this supply, but unfortunately the market did not come in towards this supply to take a short. And right now we are also pulling back towards a new valid range, because here we have a new breakout structure. So what I'm looking for right now is either for a short, which I would avoid taking, keeping in mind that again the market is bullish and the Dixie could start going down as well. And hopefully what I would love to see is again two scenarios precisely right now. So if we were live trading, we would just be observing what happens inside this zone, right? We can be going on to the 1 minute right now to be looking for entries, because we had a very nice liquidity grab just now, right? And you can be looking right now for the 1 minute to align for you to take a short trade. Or what I would be really happy to happen is to have a break of this structure. Then this is going to become demand zone, right? And then from there, I'm going to start looking for high probability longs with the higher time frame trend, and then even eventually targeting this high. So this is what I would really love to happen. And this is a trade that I would be really happy to take because it's with the trend. Yesterday, what we took was from here, right? We had the market pushing up and up and up and up. This was the kind of the first one, but here it didn't provide a setup. So we thought, okay, good, liquidity grab, broke down, broke structure, retested. It gave us a reaction. It was a very good trade, but unfortunately it hit stop loss, and then it did not provide any longs, right? So today, learning my lesson from yesterday, I hope we can take some longs with the trend. So let's see how it goes. We're going to return to it at the end of the analysis. Euro JPY. So yeah, I expected a reversal on this one, but as I said, right, we have this very strong supply zone on top, and yeah, I don't think like we're gonna have a reversal immediately right here. And also what is very important to consider on EJ, if you remember, is that we're trading within this range. So all of these candles are bearish, there are no pullbacks right there, so there is no trend change or a structure break right there. The major structure that has to be broken in order to have a trend change is this one. So pretty much this is the high and this is the low, right? And right now we're entering into a short zone. So what you should be looking for right now is for the 15-minute. Oh, Euro USD almost made that trend change. For the 15-minute to start giving you some short signals, right? But you can see it's starting to get a little bit messy, right? So you can see here we had a very nice push. This is the major low. It got broken here. Then you maybe try to short it from there, right? It gave you the reaction, pulls back, gave you a reaction. Then right now it broke above it. So this is again a trend change up. And this is your most recent demand zone. So currently it is bullish, right? So currently it's bullish. Potentially it might actually go to take out this high. So again, EJ, wait for it to cleanly start to trend to the downside. It's okay to take a loss like this. This is a perfectly valid loss, right? You had like the stack, this, then the market aligned, bearish, right? It pulls back and then you take a short, it gives you the reaction, hopefully you go break even, right? Right now it's bullish again. Your major 50-minute structure is this. So as long as the 50-minute is bullish, you do not short, right? So let's wait for it. This could happen. And then for us to reverse, right? So if we break this structure, that's going to be great because we're going to be taking even more liquidity. This is probably the previous daily high, which is a very good liquidity area. And then we can start looking for the shorts after the 50-minute reverses and gives you a trend change to the downside. So hopefully that makes sense. Right now, you could be actually looking for long, but I would avoid taking a long right now because we're also tapping into supply, taking liquidity, and a short could come in anyway. So that is way different than EU, which is just actually forming what I wanted to see. Right, so happily we didn't take a short from here. So now we delete this, right? There is our trend change. There is our demand zone. I'm immediately setting an alert right there. And if it comes back, I'm going to look to strike it. So Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar also, so the majority of the pairs just started with a push, right? So we had no pullback. They just started trending. Again, you can see the Aussie dollar, we broke down the structure. We even from here, this was the last break, retest, hourly demand zone, boom. Took out the high and it also took out this major high as we forecasted, right? So what I expected is to actually take out the high and then initiate a pullback. Well, this pullback is rather massive, right? So I'm due to very big arrows right there. But you can see we kind of tap inside and we start to kind of not chop, but to compress a little bit. So we can say that, yes, right now we have a push phase. There is the 50%. Right now we're in a pullback phase, right? But we're also tapping into a very huge supply zone, which is something that I don't do because look how big this supply is, right? The market can do this, 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 and then reverse. So why do you need to keep all of this stuff on your charts, right? So focus on what is happening right now. So if we zoom in on the 50-minute, the structure is currently definitely bearish, right? I'm not really gonna break it all down, but we had like the last break here, then we have a reversal there, down, down, a little bit of up, down. This is the supply, tapped, new break of structure, right? So I actually called this short right there, but yeah, I kind of look at it at 7:30, so it didn't pull back and already dropped. So this is only for the early birds right there at 6:30 my time, so I'm still sleeping around that time. There's our last break of structure, right? Then you have to find your last supply zone, which you can use like a hard time frame for that. Yeah, I'm gonna take it like this. I like taking bigger zones because it allows me more like breathing room. And yeah, so this is my zone, right? So also I'm immediately gonna be dropping the 50% and I'm gonna be looking for the market to come in right there, give me a short setup, and then potentially to go short, right? Again, keep in mind, this is a long bias market. So when the hourly is bullish, but the 50-minute is bearish, you're trading counter trend, right? But again, what you're doing right now is trading the pullback. So if you expect that the market is going to get towards the 50%, then you can take a short, okay? So 50-minute looks lovely right now in terms of a short, right? If this level breaks, that is when we're going to start looking for longs with the continuation of the hourly time frame. Okay, so that's AUD, rather simple. JPYs, still, yeah, this one looks much better in terms of my forecast, right? This one was very nicely. No, it was NJ that was bullish. So we have a breakdown, break up, breakdown. This was a supply, but we kind of responding from it. Then I just said, yeah, this one is probably gonna break. This one is gonna become liquidity. Boom, right? Happened. So right now we have to slightly adapt because the 4 hourly major zone is this, right? So this is the last break, right? This is the last 4 hourly zone, and yeah, we're currently bullish. No, I'm taking my words back, because all of this right there is internal, right? So this is the major high, this is the major low. This low failed to this thing right there failed to take out this low, so which means that the origin of this low, which is this, is going to become liquidity, and there it is, fulfilled. So we are actually still bearish, but the most recent momentum, so we're still bearish, but the most recent momentum is a little bit bullish, right? So I'm going to be careful looking to short this one. I will definitely need to see more confirmation. But then if you drop to the 50-minute time frame, you can see it comes in right there, aligns, and then it starts giving you the shorts, right? And right now it's starting to range a little bit. So when it comes to AJ, I would give it a bit time, right? It just looks like a push and a pullback right now, about to maybe go on and make a new high. So I would be careful shorting it, especially at the current positioning of price. So again, I'm not going to be looking at this. Give it some time, right? Give it some time. Maybe wait for it to make a new high to take even more liquidity. And then if it aligns, then you go short, right? Because right now it looks like it wants to go long, right? It can go in right there, align bullish, and then go long, right? Because again, the most recent momentum of the 4 hourly is rather bullish, and you don't want to be trading against this, right? So maybe wait for the market to kind of start breaking structure down, and then you're going to get your setup, because this is the 4 hourly time frame, and the 4 hourly time frame is not just going to do this. Well, sometimes it does, like here, right? But this is, I think, bank intervention or something. It's hopefully going to form some structure that you can get in. So again, don't rush to be first to get at the top. NU as well, just straight break up, right? And similar to the Aussie, just straight break up. And right now initiating that little pullback to the downside. This is our major range. 50-minute is probably bearish. Yeah, but again, I would avoid trading this one. Just opening the 50-minute chart, it doesn't look good. Right, chop, 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 went down, wicks up, wicks down, up, down. No, this is just going from one range to another range right there. So again, immediately skip. Aussie dollar looks much better, right? Yeah, even where is the low? So this low didn't get taken, and wow, this is tough. If this low got taken, then yeah, this there. Okay, I'm not gonna do this because there are many ways to look at this. Oof, it's an overall consolidation, so I would be actually skipping this one. Okay, I'm gonna be skipping this one. Give it some time, right? It's bullish. So if you want to go with the trend, then wait for the market to give you like a nice impulse that breaks structure, that shows you the buyers are there, wait for the retest, and then target the high. If you want to go short, then probably similar to like AU, this was your short, and it's probably, yeah, okay, so it already took it out. So if this is okay, I'm actually gonna do it. So if this is our 50-minute trend change, it pulls back, then it went on and took out the low. What caused take out the low? Yeah, it was this probably another zone on the 25 minutes, and yeah, it came back right now and it's responding for shorts right now. So yeah, this is currently shorts. Okay, in order to turn longs, we need to break above this one. So you decide whether you want to look for short from here or to align with the trend and then look for long. There are your two outcomes on NU. And again, just looking at the 50-minute on this one, I'm not gonna even analyze it, right? Quality time frame. This one is bullish, right? So this one is bullish, unlike NU that still has like the major lower high here. This one has shifted bullish, right? Bullish, higher low, high, and right now actually pulls back to make a new higher low, potentially even actually below 50%. Yep. So this one is already looking like longs. So again, be careful with shorting NU. But the 50-minute is just 50-minute broke down here, and then it broke up here. What caused the break? This, right? And retest it, and it's already about to make a new high. So again, if you want to trend follow this one, then definitely like break. You can go like this, because again, the 4 hourly is bullish and it can go all the way towards this high. So let's see if this is gonna happen. We are in some sort of a supply zone right there. Yo, yeah, daily is bearish and we're in a daily supply zone. So this is where the conflict starts, right? Is the 4 hourly gonna prevail to the upside, or is the daily supply gonna overtake and start pushing the market down? So again, keep following the flow, keep following the 4H and the 50-minute, but always take note of the daily time frame as well. USD yen. So we grabbed the liquidity above this high, we're shifted, and right now what we're doing, we are in a little bit of a chop mode right now, right? So come on. We made a valid pullback so far, and we potentially might want to break below this structure right here, right? Yeah, so we're still trading within this range. We had a little pullback. The market tries to push, it fails. So two things can happen. If this low fails to take out, if this thing right there fails to take out this low, then this one becomes liquidity and we can have something like this, right? Which looks like what is happening right now. But then if we continue to break lower, then we're going to have a new lower high from which we can start shorting. Okay, so those are the two outcomes I expect right now. And then if we go on the 15-minute, doesn't look great. Yeah, it's gonna take lots of time. So break up, break down. So this is the last high and it just got taken, creating a 15-minute break or a 15-minute reversal. This is the last demand zone. So again, I would avoid taking a long on this one just because we're short, right? But again, I'm just gonna wait on it right now. I don't like the positioning of the 4H, right? It can definitely go long. So if you're feeling risky, then take a long from here. It's already actually going, and I don't think it provided an entry. Yeah, probably not. No, definitely not. So let's wait on it, right? Let's wait on it. But those are my two scenarios that I would expect, right? Either a continuous push to the upside to go towards 50% and to at least take out this high, right? Or for it to just find some sort of resistance or supply and then push down, make a new lower low, and then I'm just gonna find my new lower high and then hopefully try to trade from it, right? So that's the plan on UJ. UCAD also, so not much of an update. It just no pullback. It just trades drop to the downside. And yeah, it just dropped to the downside. What we can do is we can try to trade the pullback. I'm not going to be looking on the left, right? We know that long term, this could be traveling towards this low, right? So I'm not even going to be looking on the left. In this little kind of correction phase, the 50-minute is going to be a big chop. Yep. So again, I would avoid trading it. Why would I trade this one? If I want to trade the 50-minute, at least let it be a little bit trending, right? This one is just chopping at the bottom. You can immediately see that the 4H, it's on the wicks. So again, I'm giving it time. High probability is short, right? So maybe if you get like a little bit of a 50-minute bullish structure, then you have a nice impulse that creates a 50-minute breakdown, then you can immediately start looking for the shorts. Okay, why? Because the trend is down. So that's UCAT. USD Swiss, massive drop to the downside as well. GU as well. So again, as I said, all the pairs open with a nice push, and right now they're pulling back. So let's see, continuous push. Right now initiating a pullback. 50-minute is probably bearish. Yeah, 50-minute aligned bearish from here. Yeah, from here, I think, yeah. Then we have a breakdown again. Then another breakdown. And yeah, this is pretty much the last supply zone right there, which just got retested. And yeah, but unfortunately to my rules, there is no trade right there. So let's see, like EU shifted long. Right now it's heavily rejecting to the downside. GU is right now still short, right? So the correlation is not great. Tuesday, again, as Paul used to say, it's like an Easter egg. You don't know what to expect, right? So again, let's give it some time. Let's flow with the markets and just follow the structure. And again, a little reminder, always try to stick with the hard time frame trend, which to me is the 4 hourly. Right, we went against it yesterday, but it was a completely accepted trade. It was pretty valid, and we lost. Right, so if you get any chance that the 50-minute is aligned with the 4 hourly time frame, or if you trade the daily, right, and if the daily is bullish but the 4 hourly is bearish, and then the 4 hourly aligns to bullish with the daily, then those are your best setups, right? So let's see how this one goes. I honestly don't know what to expect, so I'm just gonna keep following the 50-minute, right? So it can go on and on. Then if it goes up to align with the 4 hourly time frame, then we can go on and potentially come in and make a new 4 hourly high. So that would be the textbook outcome. Let's see if it happens. GJ. All right, just had to pause for a second. So GJ, similarly to NJ, I think it was, it already has aligned bullish on the footage, right? And you can see here we had a bullish push, pulls back, and right now we have a bullish push again. So as you can see in my scenarios, the question is, what are we gonna do? And is the daily time frame once again going to prevail, or is the quality just gonna push to the upside, right? As you can see right now, we have a new push, and then the major higher low is this right there. So the market pushed, and it's already in a quite some time of a pullback, right? You can see we have a 416, yeah, quite a little bit of a pullback we have right there, and the 50-minute is probably bearish. Yeah, well, not entirely, because we have that little pullback right there that could actually be throwing the reversal. But okay, I'm gonna be waiting on this one. Again, JPYs are a little bit tricky right now. This is probably because like the USD pairs are pushing up, but then USD JPY is really down. So the JPY pairs are like, okay, what am I gonna do? Am I follow my father, which is like GBP USD, or my mother, which is UJ, right? So it's a rather funny situation. So I'm personally giving this one some time. Especially like on UJ and no, pretty much the JPYs, right? Because I don't want to long this one right now. This to me is not shouting longs. Like look at the short and then look at this long. So would you actually take a long against this short? Not really, right? So let's wait for something more. Let's wait maybe for another push to the downside and then a cleaner alignment to go up, or maybe wait for this one to break and then try to get in like this, right? So let's see how this one is going to work out. A Euro GBP, I never look at this one. I'm not gonna look at it right now as well. Gold. So on gold, I am rather uncertain. You know that I don't trade gold, but again, similar to all the other pairs, right? It just opened with an It just opened with an impulse. So let me just have a look at something. I'm trying to get an entry in EU, but the bastard just doesn't provide an entry. So on gold, similar to all the other pairs, once again, it's a very nice impulse. Right now, we're initiating a little bit of a correction. So again, what is it going to do? Is it pull back? Is it going to pull back a little bit deeper in order to continue higher? Or is it just going to continue higher from here after the 50-minute aligns bullish? So once again, you don't want to be trading much of this, right? All your focus should go right now is looking for the 50-minute to align bullish, right? And in fact, it already is. Like if this is the last break, this was the last lower high, it got broken here, which is your demand zone. It's this, right? You can see it kind of came in, didn't quite come into it. And you can see it's not ready to go long yet. It's still chopping around. So what we could have is maybe a tap inside and then go. Or if it does something like this, let's say, a nice impulse to the upside, then just look for the retest and then targeting a new potential higher high, right? So I'm bullish. As you can see on all pairs, I'm just looking for the 50-minute to show me some signs that it actually wants to go, right? Because the majority of them are right now in this little pullback phase, and currently the 50-minute is looking to align. So we gotta wait for that, right? Indices, a very nice reaction yesterday. So we have this very huge zone right there. We just kissed it and had a very nice reaction. But once again, keep in mind the 40 time frame is right now bullish. So again, the question is, are we having a push, pullback, and a continuation, or is this going to be a reversal, right? So we just don't know, right? We don't know. The 50-minute shifted bearish from here, and yeah, just this morning there was a setup from here that could be taken, but you can see it got a reaction, right? And right now it's returning back and taking this high as potential liquidity, right? So the question is it going to take the liquidity right now and provide a 1-minute setup to go short, right? Which it definitely could do. If you just look at it right there, it could do this and reverse, or is it gonna go on and take out the 50-minute high and align with the 4-hourly time frame? So again, those are the two scenarios that I'm gonna be looking for on US 30. But currently, again, I'm short biased just because of the 50-minute, but I'm also aware that we have pulled back quite nicely, right? On the 4-hourly time frame, we have taken some liquidity right there, and it could be getting ready for another bullish push. So again, follow the 50-minute until you're wrong, right? If it's bearish, then follow the bearish because we're in a pullback phase. As long as it aligns bullish, then you have to go pro trend, which is your best trend. Similar to Nasdaq, right? All of them got like a nice reaction, making the 50-minute bearish. But again, the question is it gonna go on, or is it soon going to align bullish? Like you can see on Nasdaq, this is the bullish alignment area, right? So if it does something like this, then I will be looking to go long on it, right? And right now I wouldn't really go short, especially on Nasdaq. Nasdaq is very scary. Like I like US 30. I'm probably gonna start trading it very soon. So yeah, giving those some time. S&P as well, like gave a very nice reaction. So again, it also looks like a very massive range, a very nice manipulation, and then hopefully something like this happens so we can buy more stocks, right? But again, let's see. Right, let's see. 15 minutes. It's definitely bearish, and right now similar situation to US30. S&P and US30 move quite kind of hand in hand. You can see it came in, gave a reaction, right now came in again, grabbed some liquidity on the 1 minute, and it's just kind of aligning for a potential short, right? So you can already be kind of shorting with something like this, right? So let's see how those goes, and if we're gonna have a nice short London session on the indices. And cryptos, I'm not monitoring them right now. They're having a recent kind of, if you zoom out, you see we're in a big chop, right? But if you zoom in, you can see we're in a nice uptrend right now. But again, I'm ignoring them for now, just focusing on the daily and looking for one more drop before I look to invest, right? So guys, just to make a full circle back, Dixie is bearish, and although it turned bullish right now, we are starting to see the response as indicated from this zone right there. I told you, like on the 1 minute, you can be looking for the break, for the retest, and then a continuation, which is precisely what is happening right now. Euro USD, okay, just missed my long. So I actually paused the analysis and I set my entry. My entry was at like 5 pips. Yeah, my entry was something like this. Yeah, here it looks like a tab, but if I show you my other screen, it actually did not tap. So I was looking to take something like this right there, but it goes on, and right now it went on and took out this structure. So this immediately becomes invalid right now. So unfortunately missed. Well, didn't miss, I just didn't get an entry. And this is what usually happens, right? When it aligns with the trend, it just goes, right? It doesn't give you a very good entry, which always sucks. So that one was missed. Probably GU as well. You can see it gets a reaction right now, a bullish move. So London has just opened. In 10 minutes, we're already starting to have some steam. So again, guys, remember, wait for the 15 minute and always wait for the 15 minute to align with the 4H. That is a very big key. So let's wait for that and let's follow the 15 minutes. So I'm going to end it up here. Next week, hopefully we're going to have a live stream. Like, I'm just going to do the same thing I do right now, but live. And then you can ask me some questions. We can chat for a bit and then we can call it a session. So yeah, let me know if you would like to have this, and talk to you either this week somewhere around Thursday and Friday if I take some nice trades to share, or on Saturday on the weekly outlook.